To be honest, I'm a little bit nervous, but not only because of staying here at the stage, because it's not my daily business to stay on, be on stage, and maybe of my limited English skills. But I was nervous because we lost one of our panelists, and but I heard of from Leo that we have a new one. It's the guy from Romania. So it will be maybe a very interesting discussion later. Yeah, because it's not interesting for you having only one panelist. Yeah. Okay, and when I entered the stage, I had the idea to run on the stage, maybe as all the fancy CEOs and managing directors do it all over the world. But I decided to go on the stage because we are not Google, and I'm not a CEO. I'm not a managing director. So let me introduce myself. My name is Raško Peric. I'm from FCOM, FCOM. We are German-based receivable finance and factoring solution provider, founded in 2000. So we are a 25-year-old startup, so to say. And yeah, I'm the marketing responsible, and my colleague Petra is also here. We are together today. So let me emphasize at the very beginning of this presentation that the topic of cross-border factoring, and I will present you a kind of platform, is an initial project. So what we are looking for are new stakeholders, and what we, all of you are heartily invited to give us your feedback on maybe new ideas how further develop this project or this concept. And the second point is that as I said, I'm not managing director. I'm a marketing manager. I'm not a lawyer, so please excuse me that I'm not maybe able to answer you all the questions and are going into detail. But nevertheless, as I said already, we appreciate your feedback, and either you can ask us in the panel, or maybe come directly to our stand, to our booth, and ask me and my colleague Petra, and we will forward your questions to our experts, and they will answer you as soon as possible. Next one. Where I have to show this. Oh yeah. Okay, let's start. Let's have a look on the current situation on the markets. As you might know, or all of you, the development of the markets is enormous in the last years, and there is also enormous potential for, especially or particularly in those countries in which the role of factoring is as yet not important as in Europe. You probably know that the GDP, the average GDP ratio in Europe is 12%. In Germany, it is 9.5%. And when we look out of Europe, so there are many countries that are far away from let's say 9%. Yeah, so okay, what shall we do? Let's do business. Let's do more business, and but it's a very big but. It's easier said than done, especially when you're an SME, and it's no matter if it's an SME maybe in Germany or an SME in Poland, in Serbia, or somewhere else, and pretend you're one of those parties and waving and say, hi, over there, I want to have some business. And the other one says, yeah, it's a good idea, let's do business. And then the next question would be, okay, how we shall do this? I don't know, me neither, okay, bye-bye. And so this is the end of the story at the moment. It is the reality. So they are. I'm sorry. Okay, my water is there, but I will later on. So there are many challenges for all those SME companies, and yeah, just to show you, just to show you four of them is the key point, as we heard in the presentation, the access to finance. Then it's about the cost. We know the very high inflation rate. We know about the increasing energy costs. We know about the increasing material costs. The third point would be a rising or increasing complexity of the markets and maybe the increasing risk. So behind those words or terms, there is also the VUCA ecosystem we are challenging these days. So, what is the possible solution? And that's let's say, the core of my presentation. And again, this is an initial project. Please feel free to ask later on in our panel. The idea is to offer a special platform for cross-border factoring, primarily targeted at SMEs. Okay, this is a mistake, but okay. It's based on an initiative of WAR members. So FCOM is one of the WAR members, and we are still in the concept phase. So now we are obtaining feedback, and then we will have the full realization. FCOM, we would be a provider for the technical realization. That's the reason why I'm standing here on the stage. Yeah, there's already a legal framework and workflow developed, so we are not starting from scratch. So we are somewhere in the middle. We are not ready made, but we are not at point zero. And I think this is the most important point. Maybe it's open for everyone. And this is a graphic. And as I said, I don't want to go into the details at this moment, but it shows you this classical factoring triangle, and we call it war exchange. And it's a rough overview about the concept and the idea. And later on, we can go into the details, maybe the steps. Yeah, the key points, it will be a selective model of international receivable finance. You can use it as an export or import factor. So both versions are possible. Okay, this is a little mistake, but I will go on. It's based on single invoice purchases, and it's a buyer-centric model. And those 2 points at the end. So this is, let's say, example for how to do it when you go into the detail of using an IPU. I don't know if you know a revocable payment undertaking. Yeah, the legal background, as I said, there is already a legal framework, and there should be a legal agreement between the import and export factor based on international standards of receivable finance or receivable assignment. And we maybe can use the ancestral model law. Yeah. The choice of law in place of jurisdiction can be used then individually. And the legal framework, by the way, was developed by a legal firm based in Germany called BWB, Bette Westenberger Brink. yeah, the main point is what about the costs? So if we talk about the platform, it would be free of charge in the case that you use AFX as a factoring solution. What is AFX? AFX is a factoring solution from FCOM. So this is one possibility. You're one of our clients, and then you can use this platform free of charge. The alternative would be you have to pay a membership fee or a usage-based fee per transaction. Of course, it is not free for the import and export factors, so you have to agree about the finance costs. And there are no further hidden costs or fees. And let me say just at the end of this quite short presentation, maybe there would be a second phase of, let's say, bit of a bidding process, financing of individual receivables in the form of a bidding process, achieving the best possible margin for all parties involved. And there should be a complete transparency during the whole process. And yeah, I rushed through my slides and I'm too fast. Am I, Olina? I'm fine? Okay, are you fine? I'm fine too. So let's discuss. Thank you.